Hi, I'm Kathleen Reitz, an artist and art instructor. Welcome to my channel. Every artist you see, no matter where they are in their art journey, started somewhere. Sit back, relax, watch me paint my latest floral painting, and I'll share with you 4 art tips I wish I had known when I started painting. But first, if you've never seen me paint before, I am using acrylic paints. The tools I like to use are a silicone wedge, different kinds of brushes, and my hands. I already laid down my background color and my greenery, and after I let that dry, now I'm coming in and I'm adding my floral elements to my painting. I don't have any references for this painting. I just paint from my imagination, but today I want to create a very colorful floral painting that reminds me of spring. And this painting will be one of 12 paintings that I will be exhibiting at the Quad Cities Airport in March and April of this year. Now let's get started on those 4 tips I was talking about. Number 1, art doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be made. Perfectionism takes the joy out of creating, and it can lead to procrastination or unfinished paintings. So if it takes you a really long time to start a painting, even though you have an idea in mind, or if you tend to start paintings but never finish them and they pile up in the back of your art closet, the problem is probably that you're afraid to make a mistake. You're afraid that your painting won't be perfect. But if that's the case, you're missing the whole point of painting in the first place. We paint in order to learn and grow. Just like you wouldn't put your kid in a pool and expect them to be able to swim right away, the same is true for our art. No matter how much raw talent we may have, the more we paint, the more we realize how much we need to actually learn. And the only way to learn is to paint. So don't let your fear of not creating a perfect painting stop you from getting started. If you're curious about what tool I'm using right now, this is a Princeton brand Catalyst silicone wedge. I will put the links to the wedge and the other tools and paints that I'm using in the description box under this video in case you want to check them out for yourself. And number 2 on my list is that you will make more bad art than good art, and that's okay. And this kind of goes hand in hand with my first point. If you don't take risks, you'll keep yourself from learning and growing. I've heard many students say that they're afraid of wasting canvas or paint and other art supplies. But if that's your way of thinking, you need to shift your mindset. Think of purchasing canvas and art supplies as an investment in your art practice. Think of it this way. The only wasted art supplies are the art supplies that stay in the tube and never get used. One wonderful thing about using acrylic paints is that if you don't like your painting, you can always use gesso and apply the gesso over your canvas and paint directly on top of the gesso, and the painting that you have underneath the gesso will actually help create a lot of really nice texture. My third point is that quality art supplies matter. If you want to make great art, you need to use great art supplies. This means using a professional brand such as Liquitex, Golden, or Winsor & Newton. If you're using a craft quality paint, you're just not going to get the same results. The main difference between craft quality acrylic paints and professional quality acrylic paints is the concentration of pigment in the paint. So this leads to richer, more vibrant colors, better opacity and greater longevity compared to craft paints, which have a lower pigment concentration and may appear less vibrant or muted in color. Also, if you're trying to blend and mix your craft paints to achieve certain colors and they're looking flat or dull and they're just not blending the way you want them to, that's because the quality is not good and you're never going to be able to change that with craft paint. The only thing that you can do is invest in professional quality paints. While professional brands of acrylic paint may be somewhat expensive, most lines also create what they call studio or basic paints, and those paints are perfectly fine to use. They contain a little bit less pigment than the higher end paints, but there's nothing wrong with them. The binder in them still makes them easy to blend and mix with other paints to achieve the color that you want. They spread easily on canvas and they still have a decent opacity to them so that you can layer them on top of each other. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. And lastly, in my list of 4 art tips that I wish I had known when I first started painting, you don't need to find your art style right away. It's important and fun to try all different kinds of painting styles and techniques. I recommend taking classes and courses and workshops and watching a lot of different videos and experimenting and having as much fun as you can. There is no rush or time limit on finding your creative style. This is one of those cases where the journey is just as important as the destination. And quite honestly, once you think you've arrived at your style, it's probably still going to evolve over the years. I can tell you from experience, that's what has happened to me in my art practice. And you'll know you found your style when it starts coming very naturally to you. And when you approach the canvas, you won't feel so apprehensive anymore. You won't feel a sense of disappointment that your paintings aren't turning out the way that you want them to. And your style will feel comfortable, just like settling into your favorite pair of slippers or your favorite t-shirt. I hope that you found my list of tips helpful. Please leave me a comment and let me know if you have anything to add to the list. I would love to hear from you, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I will see you next time, and happy painting!